Hello scribblers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, hello, nice to see you. If you've come back, thank you so much. Today's video is going to be about criticism, the type of criticism that you receive when you do anything, really. People are going to look at you and have their opinions and say what they will, no matter what you do in life. It's just a little bit more prominent when you're creative, when you're putting out any writing, art, videos. It's a little bit more prominent. People feel like they have the right to say more when you're putting out creative content. But that's not always a bad thing. Criticism sometimes can make you a better person. If you listen to what people have to say, it can make you a better person, it can make you a better creator when it's done right. Typically, when I receive criticism, there are 3 general rules that I look at when I'm considering the criticism. One is, who is criticizing me? Is it somebody that I send somebody my work and they are giving me their opinions on it? Is it a friend or a peer or somebody I respect that sees that I'm doing something wrong and they're just like, hey, this isn't right? Or is it some rando on the internet that is, again, saying, hey, this isn't right? 2 of those 3 people you are more than likely to listen to. If you ask for the advice, you're going to listen to it. If it's a friend or somebody you know or a peer who is obviously going through the same thing or doing the same things as you are, you might want to consider them. If it's a rando, it really depends on what they are saying. And that is my second rule. What are they saying? Is it actual constructive criticism? Is it something that I should really be looking at? Or are they just spewing actual hate at me? Are they calling me names and just not helping in any way, shape, or form? They're just trolling is all they're doing. They're being bullies and they're trolling. And if that is the case, then throw any and all advice out the window from them. And third thing I look at is, does it ring true in some way? Is something they saying about my work or my content true? Is it something that I really do need to improve on? Is it something I need to tweak? Is there any truth to it? So when you're getting criticism, and I know the first thing you want to do when you get any kind of criticism, even when you're asked for it, is you want to put your walls up and you want to just know they're hating on me. They're hating on me. They don't understand. They're just throwing it out there. But you have to take a step back. You have to realize that it's not all bad. That sometimes getting criticism, even from unwanted sources, can be a good thing. Really like I said, it really depends on the type of criticism you are getting and who is spewing it. So the 3 types of criticism that you can receive is, again, the hateful criticism, where they're just calling you names and bad-mouthing you, and they are obviously just trolls. They're not bringing anything positive to the conversation. They are not adding anything of worth. They're just spewing words out of their... Yes, go ahead. If that's the kind of criticism you are receiving, block them, ignore them, throw it out the window. Do not even listen to it, because you really don't need that kind of negativity in your life. You don't need people hating on you just to hate on you. No one needs that. And if it's a friend or a peer that is giving you the hateful criticism, then for sure, shove them out of your life. Do not even worry about them. Just don't. Don't even worry about them. The second type of criticism I found is objectionable. Is that the word? Objectable criticism. And that is the kind of criticism that it's just, you're doing this wrong. This is wrong. This doesn't feel right. They don't give it off. They're not saying anything particularly mean, but they're not offering anything, their reasonings for why or how to make it better. It's just, this isn't right. This doesn't feel right. And you can take those with a grain of salt. You can look at it and be like, okay, they didn't agree with me. That's fine. Not everybody's going to agree with you. You can always look at the statement and try to go back through your work and figure out why they didn't agree with you. You know, what made them say that, or you can either ignore it or you can tweak it. I mean, it's completely up to you. And again, the objectable criticism, it again comes down to who said it. Was it some rando on the internet? Then yeah, you could probably ignore it. It probably won't become a big old thing. Or was it somebody you actually know and respect, and you probably need to take a closer look to what they said. The third type of criticism out there is the constructive criticism, and this is the type of criticism that even if it's from a rando on the internet, you really have to stop and consider what they are saying, because constructive criticism will give you what they don't like, why they don't like it, and they will possibly even give you a way to fix it or tweak it or do something different. And the reason why I say you should probably listen to these people even if they are randos on the internet is because they actually have something to say. They actually pulled their facts together and they came up with a reasonable argument, and you can either discuss with them why you think they are wrong and you are right, or you can, you know, maybe take a really close look to what you're doing and actually fix it. Now, that's, of course, all of this is people's opinion. You don't actually have to take this and do anything unless more than 7 people are actually calling you out on something you are doing. If more than 7 people are calling you out what you're doing and you ignore them, 7 more people are going to look at you critically and be like, well, okay, what is she doing? And they're going to start digging, and then they're going to start calling you out. And then 7 more people are going, and then they're going to get 7 more people, and they're going to keep adding and adding and adding, and that's essentially what's happened here on AuthorTube. We won't get into that. This is just a general video about criticism and how it should be taken. And yes, if it's like 1 or 2 people, you can ignore it, and you can kind of you can ignore it and you can move on with your life. But if it's more than 7 people that are saying something and calling you out, if it is your friends or people you considered friends at one time calling you out, you probably need to stop and consider what they are saying. You need to realize that something is obviously wrong here. So people are complaining for a reason, and it's not going to go away. You cannot silence them. Blocking and muting people and just plain ignoring them is not going to make it go away. Sweeping everything under the rug and pretending like it's hunky-dory is not going to make it go away. Calling people hateful and bullies when really they've done nothing but lay facts out and been reasonable about the whole situation is not going to make it go away. At some point you are going to have to address what is being said and not just a broad generalization about needing to build people up. So this video wasn't going to be about that, but you know, you're getting the point. Not all criticism is bad. Those people who do constructive criticism, they don't want you to fail. Even the randos on the internet that pull together arguments and give you a reason why you shouldn't be doing something in a respectful, well-mannered way, they don't want you to fail. They're not doing it to be mean. They're not doing it to pull you down. They are doing it simply to make you a better person, to make you look at what you're doing and make you a better person and hopefully improve in some way. And if you are just silencing everybody and ignoring everybody, then you're not improving yourself. You're not making yourself better. And then you wind up in this stalemate, in this cycle of repeating yourself over and over and over again, and you go nowhere. You do nothing. You just this echo chamber that's just there. So when people are criticizing you on the internet or in real life, again, remember the 3 rules. Who is saying it? What are they saying? And does even some of what they say ring true? Is there some truth to what they have to say? Because that's the only way we're going to improve in life. That's the only way we are going to actually get better and do better and become better people, until we grow old and we're 90 years old sitting in a nursing home arguing with the help, because at 90 years old you don't give a shit anymore. At least I won't give a shit anymore at 90 years old. But yeah, that is my video. That is all I had to say. I know it was kind of random and out there, and I tried to make it cohesive as possible. It wasn't the video that was planned, so I didn't have anything typed out. But I figured with everything going on AuthorTube right now, and everybody kind of, I wouldn't say we're lashing out at each other. Like, most of us are trying to build onto something and make it better and make this place a more welcoming community, and hopefully bring more people in, because like Jenna Streety said, we don't want to see AuthorTube die. I came here, started making videos to connect with people, because I like to write. I'm a writer, but being a writer is a very lonely business. You are stuck in your head in front of a screen screaming at characters, and it can become very, very lonely. So having a community, having a group of people that understand where you are coming from, it means a lot to a lot of people. And I have met so many wonderful people here on AuthorTube, and I don't want to see that go away. I don't want to see that die. So I'm just throwing this video out here to remind people that when somebody is criticizing your work, unless they are being hateful and downright mean, they are probably coming from a place of good intention. They don't want you to fail. They don't want to see you fail at writing. They don't want to see you fail at this AuthorTube thing. They want to build you up, and that is part of the constructive criticism, and even the objectable criticism is part of building a person up. It's trying to make them a better person, and it just can't be ignored. You can't ignore it, especially when it's multiple people saying the same thing. So anyways, that is my video. That is all I've got to say on the matter. I'm not going to rehash what's already been said, because obviously I already agree with most of what's been said by most of the people, and we're just going to leave it at that. And if you're a new subscriber, thank you. I've recently gotten a whole bunch of new subscribers, which is weird. I don't post too many videos. I post randomly throughout the year. I try to do better. I really do. Summertime is here. I do have kids home. My husband is under a new work schedule, and so that's all flip-flopped and making me pull my hair out. But I will try to bring more content onto this channel. But thank you for subscribing. If you are new here and you're watching this and you haven't done so, hit the subscribe button, push a like if you like the video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye. The kids.